Dr. Shuket, you said earlier that there were a lot of different issues going on here, and so I'm going to touch on a couple of different issues, and I'm going to jump around, so it may not always, one question may not lead to the next question. Let me start by just saying that there's an agency that's not here that I think has some issues that we need to look at, and that's the DEA, because for 20 years I've been for medicinal marijuana, but we've not been able to do adequate studies to find out what the benefits are, and if you can't find out the benefits, you don't have any data on the harm. And so we really don't know, when you start adding THC into these vape products, we don't really know the long-term consequences of THC, particularly when you start as a youth. We know it's not good because the brain's developing, as you said, Dr. Shuket, till 25. As a part of that, the Virginia legislature this last year raised the age for all tobacco products to 21. So, obviously the states can lead on that, and Ms. DeGette mentioned that she has a bill that would do that at the federal level. And that seems to be a proper step for youth. And in reality, Dr. Shuket, I think you may have mentioned this yesterday as well, don't we really have two problems? We've got this mysterious lung diseases, and then we have the whole youth and flavor issues. And I bring that up in particular because my wife is a juvenile and domestic relations district court judge, and they are seeing all kinds of problems in the schools because unlike a regular cigarette, where the teacher can immediately identify what part of the classroom it's coming from, they're not getting that with the vape cigarette. They're just putting it in their pockets or whipping it out real quick when the teacher's back is turned, and they have no idea that vaping is going on in the classroom unless they actually catch them, which sometimes does happen. But am I correct? We're really talking about two different issues here today.
Yes, there's two extremely important critical issues. Where they overlap, we don't know yet.
Right. Now, one question that my colleague from West Virginia brought up, and that is that e-cigarettes have been on the market for quite some time, 12 years at least, but the vaping illnesses seem to be new. So here's the question, and I'd like a quick answer if I can get it, because I got other things I want to ask about. Does the CDC or the FDA know if the current outbreak is a new phenomena, or is it just that there's a new awareness and people started looking for these lung disorders from people who may have been vaping?
Increasingly, the data suggests it's a new outbreak. There have been individual cases in the past, but nothing like what we've seen now.
And am I correct that the knockoffs, the illegal imported, many times pods, is a relatively new development as well?
Well, even the Mod Pods are relatively new, so knockoffs of Mod Pods would be new as well.
Okay, and so previously we may not have had as much of the various chemicals being added in to dilute, or have we?
I don't actually know. I'm not.
Do you know, Dr.
I don't have that knowledge.
Sharpless?
We don't really know what the practices of adulterating these products have become. Now we know that when we test them, we find signs of adulteration that appears to be occurring, but whether that's new or an older practice, we can't say.
All right. Now, Dr. Sharpless, I'm aware that there are a number of vape products or vapor products for sale in the U.S. that came onto the market after the FDA's August 8, 2016 deadline. That means they're already being sold illegally. What is the FDA doing right now to get those illegal products, many of which are compatible with use with legally sold products, off the market?
When we identify products that are on the market after the period that you alluded, we act to remove them from the market by sending warning letters and other notifications. We've done that in a handful of instances, or a significant number of instances. It can be difficult to ascertain when something came on the market, so that makes it a little more tedious than you would have expected.
All right. Now, I mean this as a friendly question. We can't control all the importation of illegal substances coming across our borders currently. Do you have much hope that we're going to have much success with keeping imported, possibly tainted mods, pods, whatever the right terminology would be, coming across the border? And what I'm trying to say is, somebody else earlier said that, how come y'all haven't stopped this? If we can't stop fentanyl, how are we going to stop pods for vaping?
Congressman, I agree it's a very challenging issue. We have engaged the DEA to help to discuss these topics and rely on their expertise. Our international mail facilities work with Customs and Border Protection to see what's coming in, and we are doing fact-finding presently in the IMFs to find what vaping products are being sent to the United States and what are the characteristics.
All right. I think we'll probably have more hearings. I appreciate your time. This is a serious issue. We are all very concerned about it, and I yield back.
Chair now recognizes the chairman of the full committee, Mr. Plum, for 5 minutes.